Testing, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2, testing, 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 1, 2. Go. Okay, let's jump over here to the scanner. This morning I'm seeing, looks like some weird looking tickers, but we do have 100% mover, 142%. And we have a 68% and another 136%. So let's go and dig into this and see what is going on. All right, so starting off with, good morning, Mike D. Starting off with, we got XXII. I don't know what that is. 22nd Century Group Inc. common shares. Got news on yesterday. It says it's VLN commercial launches and then it just switched on me. VLN launches okay. So this is a tobacco company, multiple tobacco brands partnering with 22 Century to expand availability and awareness of VLN-based reach nicotine content products. Okay, so this is a tobacco company. Let's see, 22nd Century, VLN reduced nicotine content cigarette products by additional brands. Okay, let's jump over here and look at these this chart. And here's the disclaimer. Before we get started, put it up there. And for some reason, I am not seeing my main screen. What is it stuck on? Okay. Let's see. Benzinga, watchlist main. That's not it. That's not it. What is this thing stuck on? Oh, there it is. Okay. There, and then make sure my right is over there. Nope, that's not right. There we go. Okay, now we're looking at the right thing. Boom, 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 and then trading view. We'll look at that as well. Okay, so let me make sure my, oh no, okay, there it is. Okay, now let's look at these tickers on the actual scan. So we got something that just popped in, BSLK. BSLK just got added. No news, but it has some kind of SEC filing. We're gonna just gonna cruise on over anything that I didn't trade yesterday. So delete all this stuff out of here. D-Pro is the thing that I did trade yesterday, and it took all day long to make a move. It never did make it until aftermarket, and it had the catalyst. So I was like, oh man, come on. But today we have no catalyst stocks like BSLK that are up, making no sense, but they are obvious stocks. So I'm gonna definitely keep it on watch. I don't see any other catalysts right now that I like. So BSLK on watch. It's up 50-something% with 1 million shares traded. Okay. Don't see anything else with catalyst. So right now it's just the most obvious stock is what people are going for. This is a, okay, I got notes on this actually from past. It says a beauty and personal health in San Francisco, California. Okay, beauty and personal health there. Glad I took those notes the other day. right on the daily chart. All right. Anyway, BTCS only up 15%. BSLK making its way up the board. VLCN moved from $9 all the way up to 22. ABVE. Okay. So BS, okay. So ABVE is the one that's leading in volume right now with 11 million shares on the board. Hmm. BSLK. This is the beauty and health stock with only 3 million shares. I just don't trust this thing. It's coming up though. It's going to end up overshadowing VLCN here, making a double top up here at 434. This is a beauty and health stock though. Let's go ahead and look through a couple of these and see what they got going on over here on the scans. But BSLK is trying to become the most obvious, but just not there yet. Okay, we know X22 or X122 Century Group is working on tobacco over there. We got the health and beauty stock. We got ABVE, food ingredients. Last press release on July 7th. So nothing current right now. And then Vocon did a reverse split. Okay, so let's see where these are from. ABVE. We can have a meeting today with someday with everyone. Oh yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I think that'll be cool. Meet up in person, shoot the breeze, compare our bruises. Let's see. Above food ingredients is out of Regina, Canada. That's ABBE. It's up 62%. Let's see what else is out here. So this is a Canadian stock, ABBE. Did I take notes on this? No, I have no notes out there on this one. Canadian stock, above ingredients. The main people that they serve is in Canada. Canadian ingredient company. Regenerative ingredient company. Okay. me this. Doesn't say when they were founded or anything like that. Let's go to XII. XXII. This was the reverse split. This was the reverse split one. Where y'all based out of? XXII. 22nd century. Has been out since 1998. So tobacco products company manufactures, distributes, and all of that tobacco. Tobacco out of, or founded in 1998 and headquartered in North Carolina. Okay. I probably need to add the floats to these too, but I'll do that later, I guess. The next one is BLSK. Making its way into the most obvious, but still, at 5 million shares, it can definitely dry up. BLSK. Am I typing this wrong? BSLK. Okay. Both Projects Holdings. It develops, produces biomaterials. Maybe I was looking at the wrong one. What? Materials products in the United States. It offers bee silk. Oh, no. Yeah, I was looking at the right thing. XL silk that are biodegradable and vegan protein polymer and replacement silicone for beauty and personal care. Okay, yeah. I did have my notes right. Okay. Then VLCN. Volcon. Volcon designs, develops, and sells electric off-road power sport vehicles. Okay, the company provides electric two-wheeled e-bikes and motorcycles, four-wheeled utility terrain vehicles, and golf carts, as well as various upgrades and accessories. It sells its products through power sports dealers, bicycle retailers, and golf cart dealers. They changed their name from Frog Power Sports Inc. and changed its name to Volcon Inc. in 2020. Volcon Inc. It was incorporated in 2020 and is based out of Round Rock, Texas. Okay, so we are coming out of Texas on this one. Okay, put that note in there. Volcon electric off-road power vehicles. Copy. Power sports vehicle. Then we have it changed its name change in 2020. Then it's out of Round Rock, Texas. Okay. All right. So we still got these four. Let me pop back over to Benzinga. Not seeing anything else. All right. So let's go and look at the charts for these, the daily charts and all of that. Leading the day in volume is ABVE. So I'm going to go to that one first. Make sure we're all on the right screen. Yes, we are. Okay, so Canadian Regenerative, oh man, I can't. It is what it is. It'll uncover. I really want to see that though. So let me activate this drawing. Regenerative. Yeah, I need to space that out or something. It's a little long. Regenerative Ingredient Company. All right, there we go. Activate. Pull that back over here. Regenerative Ingredient Company, ABVE. On the daily charts, it closed at what, 168 and is now up to 266. So I mean, still in a little downtrend, but it's had a couple of days after this pop to do this little pullback. So we'll see what happens there. It has a float of under 1,300,000. What is this word? What is this? Yeah, 343,000 in the float. So very low float. That's XII. ABVE, 21.22 million in the float. 21.22 million in the float. Let me mark that up and put in there float of 22.22 million. 21.22 million in the float. Okay. So a little bit higher float. So don't want to mess with that during pre-market. And then we got any obvious points here on the daily chart. Had a previous level up here at the 3s that kind of slowed it down again. Even during today's pre-market, this $3 level slowed it down. So let's go ahead and mark that up. Could be some daily something right there. And then the body of this is at 245. So I will put both of these as possible daily levels. Possible daily levels. Okay. All right. And then we got this gap down here. I mean, if it goes under 2, I don't even want to see it no more. It's just getting too cheap. But we'll see which one of those it holds. Let's go ahead and do all of the daily charts. Then we'll jump down to the next ones. XXII, the tobacco company, closed yesterday at 458 and it is now up to 993. So all the way up here, right under this $10 level for the tobacco. Okay, up 117%. So we will, I mean, it's got this $10 level here, but is there anything on the daily chart that is super obvious and sticks out that is close? Not really. Okay, not really obvious there. We'll leave that one. BSLK. This is the personal beauty and all of that good stuff. Closed at 221 down here on yesterday. Let me move this. Activate. Move this over here. Okay. So it had a point up here at 479. Could be a daily level. Then the body of this candle is all the way down here at 340s. So we'll edit this at possible daily level. And actually, I'll move that and then duplicate this, drag it up. Okay. So we got 2 levels there. We also got one right here at the $4, which could be something there. Possible daily. All right, 3 levels there. Let's go to VLCN. Closed yesterday at 922 and went all the way up to 32 bucks during before 6 o'clock, and it's headed back down. So all the way up here to above this gap, all the way above this gap fill area here. all the way above this gap fill area, and it's got this big old gap here. And it went all the way to 32 something dollars. 32.78 was the high. Okay, 32.78 high point. We got something else popping up, which is what was it? BSLK, BTCS trying to come back on the board too. But this is the high at 32.73. Then we got two possible. So this is re-entering. This is falling back into a previous gap at 25.46. So falling back into a gap. Boom. And then this one is falling all the way and actually filling the whole gap. Refilling gap. Refilling gap. Weakness. If it does all of that and goes all the way back down there, that's kind of big. Going all the way back down to 16 bucks. Okay, so those are the dailies, and then BCTS did not stay on board. So let's go and jump down to the 15 minutes. All right, so starting at the top, ABVE, we got two possible daily levels, one up here at 292, one at 245, and on the 15 minute, not really too clear right now. I guess 270, 272, 273 was the point to beat on the 15 minute. Let's go look at, but it is headed up though. So eyes on that one. It's up 70% and it's leading the day in volume, 13 million shares traded. The next one is a tobacco stock that that jumped all the way up to 30 something. Wait, this looks different. This looks super different. Oh, they did a reverse stock split. Okay. That's what their news was. I was like, why does this look so crazy? No, I'm not seeing a reverse stock split. Where is it? 15 statement. I don't know. Oh, which one of these went up to oh, VLCN was the one I was looking at. I was like, wait a minute, no. Volcron is one that did that reverse stock split back in the day. All right. So this is the tobacco, 22 whatever. Had a high up here of 13s. 15 minutes, found a little bit of resistance, but volume it's about to get overcome by BSLK, which is going down right now. The possible daily levels we had there were at 409 and 340, so it is down at that 340 right now and may continue down. There's definitely more obvious things up, like VLCN. It's got those three levels that we put out there. That was the high, falling back into the gap, so it's already back into this gap. And then if it goes all the way down here to 17, it's actually refilled the gap to the downside. But that's the electric off-road power vehicle, whatever. They changed their name in 2020 to Volcron from Frog E-Power out of Round Rock, Texas. Okay. ABVE, most volume here. Popping up. So 292 is where it needs to hold. Went out from 292 all the way up to 318. Right now we just got these four, and ABVE relative volume is low. Like there's nobody interested over here. Like, okay, so XTT has 119 times its relative volume. BSLK has 10. ABVE only has 1 time, not even 2 times yet. VLCN 272 times relative volume. So I don't know about ABVE. It's gonna have to put some boots on the ground or something, because Nobody's interested in that one during pre-market, and it is a higher float. It's 21 million, and all of these other ones are around or under a million here. So XX2, II under a million, BSLK under a million, ABVE all the way up at 21. So people are not going to be as interested as that because it's not as explosive as these low floats. VLCE under a million. So I'm going to be looking elsewhere to see what these want to do. Let's go and look at the 5 minutes on these as they build up. BLCN slowing down in that volume. BSLK down here to that 340 level. Go jump down to the 1 minute. Okay. BSLK on this 340 level. Okay, and this is the beauty and all of that good stuff, right? Only up 52% though. We got 100% movers up here. ATRs, ABBE's closing ATR on yesterday was 61 cents. XXII was $1.20. So it's got the most regular range, it seems. BSLK 44 cents, and then VLCN 62 cents. Now BSLK just took the secondary position, so ABVE then BSLK, so those are the 1 and 2, then XXII number 3, and then VLCN number 4. ABVV, why can't I say this? ABVE finding some type of resistance up here at the $3 level, hanging around that level. And back under the 292s, it's not going to be looking great. But it has 120 times its normal volume here. BSLK. I guess I could read into these a little bit more to see what their SEC filings we're talking about. It got it. 3 of these have SEC filings on the 15th. And I just don't want to overlook it because it doesn't have catalyst on today. I mean, these things could be detrimental to the trade today. So let me actually look into these filings real quick on XXY and all this stuff. So this one, XXII, had it on the 15th. Let's just look through real quick. Okay, departure of directors or certain officers. Proposal 1 to elect 2 Class 2 directors. Proposal 2 to approve advisory resolution of approving executive compensation for the fiscal year. Proposal 3 to approve an advisory resolution on the frequency of a vote to approve an amendment to the company's articles to increase the number of authorized shares of common stock to 250 million shares, or from 250 million shares to 500 million shares, according with voting results, to approve an amendment and restatement of 22 Century Group Inc. 2021 omnibus incentive plan, which shall increase the number of shares authorized for issuance by 5 million. So they're increasing the number of shares. They're kind of diluting it. Proposal 6 to approve an amendment to the company's articles of incorporation as amended to effect reverse stock split of the company's outstanding common shares, 1 for 2 and 1 for 100, to be determined at the discretion of the board of directors. To approve the issuance of shares. Okay, so they're trying to dilute a little bit. Boom, boom, boom. To approve. Oh, okay. All right. So they're doing a little bit of dilution over there at XXII based on that. Let me go over here to the press release. His most recent press release says it. Oh, we already saw this one. So this one is showing that it's got 95% less tobacco or less nicotine than a tobacco used in highly addictive conventional cigarettes. I don't know how that's gonna go. BSLK going on down with the wind. ABVE around $3 as well. So XII, I think I'm gonna leave this one alone. They're doing a little bit of diluting. I don't know where it's gonna end up going from where it is, but yeah, I don't know about that. Let's jump over to BSLK. It had SEC filing back here on the 15th. Open this up. 15th statement of changes of ownership. Okay, so changes of ownership. Nothing too, probably nothing too fishy here. Yeah, just a change of ownership. Well, what did it change to? Let's see. Statement change beneficial. Oh, what is he? He's a 10% owner. Okay. Okay, that's not just super bad. Okay, let's jump over to ABVE. Had news on the 17th. That's today. So AB food, whatever statement. Let's see. Pursuant to the requirements of securities registrant. So I'm gonna take XII off of there. Not too interested in that one. Pursuant to the requirements registration. Okay, so merger adds billions of dollars. What merger? Appointed to the board of directors. Positioning. We got another one, DGXX. DGXX just popped on. DGXX up 21%. And okay, catching up. Okay, DGXX. Let me see what that news was. DGXX. This one news for today. It acquires Supermicro NVIDIA B200 systems to launch Tier 3 Neo something. This news release constitutes a designated news release for the purposes of the company's prospective supplement. So to supply B2, okay, so a next generation AI digital infrastructure company today announced the execution of definitive purchase order of Supermicro Computer to supply NVIDIA B200 systems for the launch of NeoCloud DigiPower X Tier 3 modular artificial intelligence infrastructure platform. Supermicro systems pre-qualified for NVIDIA's new Blackwell, whatever will be deployed inside DigiPower's proprietary ARMS 200 pods. The first live deployment will take place at the company's Alabama site, with operations set to begin in the fourth quarter of 2025. This marks a defining moment in our journey, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so let's read on down. AI revenue infrastructure now underway. Path to 55 megawatt tier 3 AI deployment. Okay, well, there's another one I'll keep on watch, but since it's not leading in volume, it's only got 1 million shares traded. Kind of want to let it do its thing. Let's go and check out its daily chart here while we got a little time on our hands. DGXX closed yesterday at $3.10. It is up to $3.88, right? What's the float on this one? Float on this one is 23.16 million. A little bit higher float. That's why it's not moving violent. All right, a little bit higher float on that one. So I'm not trading that one during pre-market. Looking for the low float explosive ones. I could trade DGXX during the during intraday. when the real volume comes in and we get real drops and pops and all that good stuff. But let me put that on the notes here. Let's mark this up. So we got boom. This is what kind of company was this? DGX Power. It's got AI Catalyst, so it's got AI in the name. The float, let me put that up top. Float is over 20 million, so 23 something million. Well, let me get exact. I don't want to say 223 something. It is, what's the exact? 23.16. I guess it doesn't matter. 23.16 in a million. AI keywords, or I guess I put keywords. So it used AI, it used NVIDIA, and then purchased of NVIDIA's B2 200 powered systems for the launch of NeoCloud. Copy. And that's a lot. Okay, let me put some spaces in here because I know that's gonna look wacky on the chart. Okay, there we go. All right. DigiPower X. Okay. Yeah, it's a higher float though. I'm definitely not going to be just attacking. We look at the relative volume here. We can see that its relative volume is right around 1. Not a whole lot of people interested during pre-market on that one, but we'll see during intraday if we don't end up touching any of these other ones that are supposedly up. But we got 5 here: XXII, BSLK, ABVE, VLCN, and DGXX. Let me refresh the page real quick just to make sure that we're still sitting correct. Okay. Cool. All right, back over here, DGXX. Not even worried about these little pop outs. You see these little wicks here? Oh yeah, get ready for bigger ones. All right, ABVE coming back down to the 290 level. BSLK absolutely just could not hold up at 340. It held at it for a little bit and then just got going down. This is the beauty and healthcare or whatever, but it's only up 30%, so it's kind of losing itself. XII, the tobacco company, also coming on down, still up 100 something percent, but not leading the day in volume, not being aggressive in that volume motion. VLCN though, electric off-road whatever, had that top side at 32. It was falling back into the gap, kind of recovered this, so I'm wondering, can it survive another gap fall in here? Only 4 million shares traded. DGXX is catching up very quickly with it in volume. So if it does overlap it, DGXX is going back under 20. Yeah, it's falling. It's about to pop off popped off the scanner right there, under 20%. So, later on in the day, maybe, but I try to stay away from the higher flows during pre-market because I'm looking for things that can actually explode. KBS, okay. ABVE, maybe there'll be something else, but yeah, just looking around, being safe, not trying to get cooked early in the morning. Take DGXX off of the scan. It's gonna have to regain that 20% for me to be looking back at it. It's got all the way to the open. ABVE down here at the bottom, but it does not have, it's only up 33%, so definitely not the most obvious. So we're looking at ABVE, or I think I said the wrong name when I said that. BSLK dying at the bottom, but it's only up 30%. So we're going to be looking at ABVE here, right at finding this little edge here at, not edge, but it's finding this little resistance flat top right here at $3. Yeah, I saw RGTI yesterday moving. I was like, oh my goodness, I know Mike D's rich now. His whole trip's paid for. Let's see. Let me look through some of these other chats here. Have I seen DFDV? Let me hold up. Let me go back. I got two tunnel vision on the research. Okay, let's go back, and I'm seeing oh, you were talking about a Skype call. Oh yeah, we can do that. I thought we were talking about like real life. Okay, have fun. All right, so someday UK my dream. Okay, check out. Okay, DFDV was something that Mike D called out. DFDV. Okay. I don't know exactly what this one is. Let's go look into it. DFDV. DeFi. I think you mentioned this one before. I'm not mistaken. DeFi Development Corp. Amounts are what I mean. DeFi Development Corp operates on an online platform that provides data and software solutions that connect the commercial real estate industry to multifamily and commercial property professionals. The company offers Janover Pro, which provides an online matchmaking service where borrowers and brokers can get loans and lenders can provide financing. Janover Connect, an investor portal. Janover Engage, a solution for equity marketplace. Janover AI, an artificial intelligence technology. It serves borrowers, including owners, operators, and developers of commercial real estate and small business owners. This seems Boca Raton, Florida. Let me see. Them dividends. Do they pay dividends? What's that? DeFi, DFDV? Come on, buddy. I'm human. Let's go. Verifying. Pop up the box. Bam. Okay. And there we go. Okay, DFDV. Don't know if this is a dividend stock, but it's real estate, so maybe. Did I type it wrong? DFDV. I did not. Okay, nothing on the dividend, so maybe it's not a dividend stock. But yeah, it's using AI to connect brokers and people trying to get loans and all that stuff. Interesting. Let's go look at the daily chart for it. So it hit a high up here of 53.88 at one point. It has been kind of just on this trend here. Kind of, I guess the trend would be something like, can I draw the trend? Maybe I can't. Okay. So no trends out here for us. Oh, well, it drew that one. What's going on? Okay, it drew it. Okay. I was like, am I glitching? Okay, maximize. So it had a trend out here. And it just switched my, Drew that one. Is it just when I maximize? Is that the issue? Okay, there it is. Okay, so it had a trend in here. Something like that. Kind of like a trend. I don't know where that's gonna end up going, but it's hit 53 before. It's at 30 bucks. But I don't think it pays a dividend there. All right, let me see. Still have 7 shares. Oh, you're already in there. You're holding that. Okay. Made a couple hundred last month. Nice. Then you said also BTBT holding strong. Now I thought I saw a didn't we see a lawsuit or something on BTBT? Hold up. BTBT. Did you have a lawsuit on you? Bits. Okay, so it's announces public filing for a public offering. Okay, it had a public offering on it. Okay. So that's what BT. I was like, I know I saw something in the news recently, but yeah, BTBT public offering on that one, and that was today actually, or yesterday morning when we saw that public offering. Let me see what else. No, yeah, I mentioned it before. He's a banker. Yeah, BTBT. I don't know what that public offering is going to do for it, but I guess they can hit it at any moment. So, we got another one up there. BGLC popped on the scan. Don't really know what it's about. Only 2 million shares. BGLC. $5. So 20%. I'll stick it on here just to see what happens with it. BGLC. And it's right back under 20. So if it can't hold, I'm not going to hold it on my scans. ABVE, second time coming up here and not being able to get through those threes. Okay, so XII has come down here and kind of flat bottomed here at this 998. It's got 117, so it's right at this bottom. So 953 could be an out. I kind of like it a little bit, kind of do. XX BSLK. ABVE and okay. So this one, I mean, if it could get stirred up, it could possibly give a move up a little bit above this 10. And it's got a bottom. I guess I could risk like a couple cents down to the bottom there of 947 as it comes down here. Only problem is this one was the one that was trying to do the dilution, I believe. Let me go and verify that. I need to add that to the notes if they are doing the dilution, because I keep looking at it. I'm like, oh, I like this, but it might not be the best thing to be jumping into. Let me go and see. Is this one the one that was trying to dilute whatever? I think it is. Definitely need to add that. Yeah, this was it. Yep. Okay, this is the dilution one. Add that to the notes. Edit. This is going to be some dilution and reverse splits. Okay, so that's why I wasn't, okay. Let me make sure I can see this. Activate, put that right there. Dilution and reverse split. So I remember that. I was looking back at it, I was like, oh, this looks good. Literally forgot what I just looked at. All right, BSLK continuing downwards. ABVE held above this possible daily level that we had here. Bounced there, but continue to make lower highs right into it. VLCN, it is again trying to hold out this gap. It's going to have to hold up this 2289. And let me bring the notes up. Activate these notes. Electric off-road power sport vehicle, name change, whatever, but it is back within the gap. Still up 167%, but again, these floats will throw you off. So this float on VLCN. Oh, that was under a million. ABVE, and there was another one I thought I saw earlier. Maybe I didn't. What are the notes for this one? Back up. Okay, so this one, okay, I got the notes. I got the float right there. All right. Okay. Activate move this up here so I can remember that that is a high float. I don't want to touch that one right now. ABVE. But these other three, or XXII is the dilution one, and then BLCN. Kind of watching that one to see how it holds up. But it keeps on trying to play up into these levels and holding. So it made a low here of 23. Made a low here of 23, which it could come down to, but this gap, if it can start getting over this 2650, I mean, maybe it can move back up, but it kind of looks like it's stair stepping down. So I don't want to jump in front of a moving train right now. XXII jumping back up there real quick. Still not leading the day. ABVE showing more dissension back down to the downside. Okay, so we're looking. ABVE, we got our levels out here. And basically how I do it is I start with the daily levels, because I know on the dailies, there really no pre-market data there. So I look there on the daily, then I move down to the 15-minute, then I move down to the 5-minute, then the 1-minute. Now, the levels that I usually use are dailies and 15 minutes. Those are, I mean, I usually don't do 1-minute levels or, 5-minute levels. But if I see like a lot of trading in there, then I zoom back out to the 15-minute and go ahead and mark up the 15-minute. But yeah, let's jump out to the 15-minute, speaking of, and look at what these are looking like. So this one almost, it has completely engulfed the body of this candle, but it's still got a wick all the way down here to 284 on ABVE. And remember, that one was that higher float one that I try to leave those alone during pre-market. BSLK continued to just fade off there under that under both of those possible daily high or daily levels. XXII got some larger wicks on the 15-minute I wasn't noticing on the 1-minute. And then VLCN, I was wondering, could this thing hold out of this gap? Now, if it starts falling towards the middle of this gap, so this is the bottom where it would completely fill this gap to the downside at $16, and then it's trying to hold this top side, but I don't know. It's got to get some volume or something. ABVE coming down to that level of the 292. And let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit. So this is a regenerative ingredient company. And let me edit this, or let me activate this so I can move and make sure I'm not missing anything. Activate. Okay, Canadian regenerative ingredient company with a higher float. Not saying that I can't trade this today, but during pre-market, I would love to, try to play it during intraday for sure. See if I can get a couple cents off of it. Has the ATR yesterday of 61 cents, which has grown up to 66 cents. So really didn't go anywhere on the ATR. The move wasn't that huge. ATR on XXII was $1.20, which has moved up to $1.74. So I did ABB. BSLK had a ATR of 44 cents, and it is now up to 56 cents, so not a huge move there. And then VLCN was at 62 cents, but moved up to $3.32 on the ATR. That is quite a bit of growth. That's almost, what? How much is that? 332 divided by 62. What is that? 332 divided by 62. Almost five times this ATR there. But we'll see. It's got to get some volume. People got to get interested in these. But ABV taking its time at this level, at the 290, not really breaking or anything yet. Let's jump down to the, oh, it is retesting it as some type of resistance, looks like. Came down the first time, tried to survive, and continues to walk down the map. BSLK coming off the bottom, but it made a lower low down here. So not exactly what we want to see. Is coming back down to the ATR high from yesterday. which is at 265. ATR Hound ABV is down here at 228, so about 70 cents away from it. XX, oh, look at XXII. This was the dilution that did the reverse splits, making that lower high there. VLCN. We'll see if this becomes some type of resistance here at the 25.50. Maybe something else will pop up here, but right now the top mover has 20 million, but it's going the wrong direction. It's going down. It's going down, but I am kind of interested in a VLCN. If it keeps holding like this, I mean, it's triple this ATR. Oh wow. All right, so it is coming back above this gap fill. I want to see a higher, can it get a higher low? Get some candles to close above this 25.46 level. I wonder. And get some more volume. Go ahead and take out XXII. It's only 4 million away from it. But it definitely looks like it's got some, it can have some range. I'm thinking it can maybe come up here and touch this 27 and then try to get us some the point of control just flipped up there at the 25.77. So the majority of the trades that have happened in this period have happened right here at the bottom of this level. Somebody is accumulating here, but it's not enough for really big people to get in here yet. You know, only 5 million shares at this point is not enough. Coming up here, and we'll see if it can duck back down or what. Not enough. $22.82s. How about open? Let me check out open real quick. Like D called out open there, OPEN. Open. Let's go to the daily chart first. Open door. So this one, look at this one. Once was at $24, $25. I don't know if it's done reverse splits. I'll look at that in a minute. It sold off down here to like 95 cents, popped back up to $5, 4. It came back down here into open. Okay. Let's go and look at this profile real quick. It has a level here, so it actually got up. Let's see, 164 looks like a daily level that it could possibly, but not. It's not super obvious though, so I don't know. Let's go look at the profile for open. Also, we haven't looked at the today is the AI meeting as well. I forgot to go over that. We'll go over that. It's about to be the top of the hour. Open Door Technologies operates a digital platform for residential real estate transactions in the United States. It buys and sells homes. The company offers sale to Open Door product that enables homeowners to sell their home directly to it, resell the home to a home buyer, list with Open Door. Okay, we just got something else popping in here. What just popped up? BTCS popping up. UPXI, I just saw it real quick. Oh my gosh, things, what? So many things popping. What's going on? Hold up, let me refresh this. Let's refresh this because something. Top of the hour, 7 o'clock just hit. Well, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. We got SRPT up here. SRPT. SRPT. We have, that's the only new one I see. It's up 24, relative volume kind of low, up 35%, higher share float. So I'm not touching this until the open. Sarepta Therapeutics, 83.88 million in the float. So let's go over here and look at that. I'm gonna jump back over to open. I'm not done with that one, but I was just looking. Look at this. Look at this. It just hit 1 million shares. That's why it's up here. Okay. Sarepta coming up here. it had, let's go look at the news catalyst here on SRPT. So press releases, SRPT, Kessler, Sarepta, Inc. investors. Oh, fraud class action lawsuit. Nah, I'm good. I'm great. I don't know about that unless they won or something. Says Southern District. Okay, hold up. Let me get it right here. Sarepta Therapeutics on behalf of those who purchased or otherwise acquired Sarepta securities between June 22nd and June 24th. Where was I? June 22nd, June 24th, inclusive. The lead plaintiff deadline is August 25th, 2025. So people can sign up to be like, hey, they did something bad to me. Okay. I am going to notate that on SRPT so I don't mess around and fool around and be out here looking like something else. So SRPT lawsuit, class action lawsuit. And yeah, that's all I really need to know on that. Okay, what else? So something else keeps trying to get back on the scanner, but keeps falling out. BGLC is trying to hold 20% as well. BGLC, I throw that one up there. And then we'll go back over to Open that we were looking at. Open Door Technologies. Okay, so Open Door Marketplace product that connects the home seller with an institution or retail buyer. It also provides real estate brokerage, title insurance, and settlement and escrow services, as well as property and casualty insurance. Something else just popped on, or are they just popping on and off? I think they're popping on and off. Oh, okay. Yeah, they're popping on and off because they're barely holding the scan. All right. Institutional escrow services, as well as property and casualty insurance, real estate licenses, and construction services. Company was formerly known as Social Capital Sophia Holdings Corp. The second, or I don't know what that is, and changed its name to Open Door Technologies Inc. Open Door Technologies Inc. was incorporated in 2013 and is based in Tempe, Arizona. Tempe, Arizona. Does it pay dividends? Open Door Technologies. What does those dividends looking like? Oh, I don't see any dividends for Open Door. Usually if they're that cheap, I kind of like to look for dividends. But I mean, real estate, it's always something that could fall, or well, at this point, it is a big bubble. But we'll see. We'll see what happens there. Okay, back over here, what are we looking at? So we got 6 on scan right now. We've already dissected XXII, BSLK, SRPT, ABV, VLCN did end up popping up while I was looking over there. So it popped up here and trying to hold in this gap here. So VLCN was the one that I was most interested in for sure. But I just don't know what it wants to do because it's not leading the day, right? You said nice. Sarepta has a lawsuit against it. Unless you're short. Oh, they always have lawsuits? Yeah, you're right. All right, so VLCN coming up here. Trying to hold. Let's look at the 15-minute here on the VLCN. Okay. 15 minutes. Came down. Showed that the shorts were losing. Big blow up. Okay. Interesting. 705. Let me take that one off. CRPT. I'm gonna take that off. Well, for a day trade, I don't think that the lawsuits are good. BGLC ATR up here at 551, but it definitely needs more volume there. Okay, XXII. BSLK, it come back. Whoa, it swung back up hard, didn't it? What in the world? Swung back up through here. I completely did not see this. Oh, I didn't like this one because it's a beauty and healthcare or whatever. So it came back up to the fours. Made quite a bit of a move up off of those 290s. It is number 2 on the day with 21 million shares traded. Coming back, does it want to come back below this 409? It's looking like see, the float is 1.50 million, but beauty and healthcare, I just really never try to trade these. But if there's opportunity there and you're a hyper scalper, I mean, you could work out. Returning to the top here, up 87%. May actually even take the lead on the day from ABVE soon. ABVE, BLCN, BLGC. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, this one came on back down off of that. DGXX continues to try to make its way back up here, but it continues to just fall off. DGXX. It wants to come up so bad. But yeah. Only up 11%, so not holding the scans. BGLC, okay, that's nothing. All right, VLCN retesting this level here of that gap. We'll see how big it fails in here. It has previous bottoms at 21, 22, and 24. But it does look like it created a lower high again. So this is 2 times right here on these lower highs with only 5 million shares traded. XXI, BSLK, and then ABVE. All right. What was I looking at? I did open, I did all of that other stuff. Okay. So again, just keeping my eyes open. Not trying to get caught in anything that's gonna get me killed. 292 did break down and it's walking down quite quickly now. It has a previous level that it traded, but this is a pre-market level. This does not look like it's in alignment with any of the daily levels right here at the 264. The next daily level will be right around that 250-ish level down here. That's where the daily is. I got 245 here, but you know, close to that level, 245, 250. BSLK, yeah, as expected, went up and came on back down. BLCN, okay, it's starting to hold this level here of this 2550. I'm wondering, can it get up? Let me go ahead and get some of this. I might get some small, and just if it does go up, great. So I got in. I'm gonna take 10 shares. If it falls, okay, we got a couple levels down here that it can fall through. 2208, 2286, 2339. So kind of is this a trend? So we got a couple there, but letting it play above this gap right at this level where the point of control is. If it does come down, okay, I only got 10 shares. It is what it is. I lose 10 bucks. But if it wants to hold again, I'll add to it. Don't want to enter too fast. It's got 5 million shares on it right now. And if it does want to blast up to 27, that's cool too. I'll take 10 bucks. Did I see the new image of the robo taxi geofence for Tesla? I did not. Robo taxi geofence. Robo taxi geofence for Tesla image. What? Okay. They gotta be trolling, right? This can't be right. Oh man. Oh man. This can't be right. Look at this. Look at this. This is Tesla's expanded robo taxi geofence in Austin. This can't be right. This is a troll. When Tesla kicked off robotaxi service in Austin, Texas last month, it started with a reported 10 for 20 cars and fairly small geofence area in South Austin. Okay, that's crazy. That is crazy right there. Where you can ride in Austin. Blase, blase. Oh boy. That geofence is wild. All right, so I got 10 shares of whatchamacallit, BLCN, looking for some more volume to come in here. It is breaking down a little bit, but this is why I got 10 shares, you know. Oh, ABVE continues to try to hold up this 295. We got BSLK coming on back down to this lower level 340 very quickly, way quicker than it went up. We got the 25 starting to hold here. So I'm just trying to see what it's trying to do here. Can it start to hold this 25.50 or no? I got my average price at 25.87, but it is below this level, so I need to see, you know, a pretty good bottom or something to rectify continuing to hold this. But at this point, for me to lose my risk would be at 72 bucks. It would have to get down to the 18s for me to lose 70 bucks here. Okay, ABVE again. This is looking like a head and shoulders now. On those lower time frames, let's look at the 5-minute. Big old wicks right there. BSLK not looking hot on the 15 minutes. BL. Okay, so we're just letting it do its thing. You know, it's got room. Previous level down here at the 19s or something, but I only got 10 shares. So it's what it is. I wanted to see if it can actually make a move back over 25.50s or something. Because since there's no really good news on this morning that we're seeing that is getting action, I mean, it could just be one of those days that just don't make sense, where things are moving that just don't make sense. BSLK, big, huge wicks on this one. ABVE, 30 million shares on board. 24.80s could drop on me, but it is what it is. I'm prepared for the drop. It's got this previous level here of the $20. So it'll be a $4 loss right there if it were to do that. But we're looking over here at the 15-minute, looking at the fives and all of that, trying to see if it can recover this 25. Oh, there's a little shoot up there off of 24, but it's got to close like this. Let's see if we can close like this with buyers getting active down here. Let's go to 5 minutes. 5 minutes still looking kind of dreadful. Yeah, it's just not getting volume. So if it's not getting volume, I don't want to add to a position that's not getting volume yet. BSLK continues to just be sporadic. BSLK is about to become the leader on the day. It is about to become the leader on the day. It's 3 million away from ABBE. So back over this 25.55. Wondering how that's going to be looking. Some low volume, man. I tell you what. And the point of control is right there at 25.71. Again, ABVE back up here at the 290s. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 times that it's been up here and not broken. BSLK getting over that level, so it had a possible daily high, and it's just kind of trading around here. I keep looking away from it, and it's pumping up here. VLCN just dropped a little bit more. Okay. This beauty and healthcare just does not make sense to me, but it is moving. 30 million shares traded. Came up here, failed that first level, reclaimed it right here, came up, failed this second level, shot through it, and now has this $4 that it's over. Okay, so 250s. And there's a little bit of buying there. Can you get back up? Let's see, 224.75. It's gonna take like 15 shares-ish. Add 5 shares there. See if it can continue to flip back and forth to break over this 25.43. The spreads on this one is pretty big. Looks like 40 cents or so. And I don't even need it to break out. I just needed to get up here to 26 at this point. That'll be my average is at 25.50. All right. Well, I got about 8 or so minutes, and just looking for this thing to break back over. It got a little lower high here at 24.91. It's looking for those new highs up in here. But I'm just gonna hold these 15 shares, and I gotta go to my office, so I'll continue trading this once I get there. Looking for it to return to this 25. Matter of fact, this break over 25.46 will actually put me in the green over this. So just to revisit to that level would be great. But anyway, got a couple minutes left, and then I'm gonna be exiting, or not exiting the position, but exiting the stream. BSLK, ABVE continues to play up here. I'm seeing some volume come into VLCN, but it's going down. It's at 24 right now. Make break down 24 here. Very slow moving stock. Since nothing else is making sense of why it's going up, I'm guessing this one can be nonsensical too. But we shall see. Anyway, back over 25.50s, I'm gonna be green. So hopefully that's where I come back to, and about to go on a little road trip. If not, I'll be looking at where it is down here and trying to see. That's a little bit of a breakover at 24.38 right there. That was very small breakover. Can it start getting over that for real? Let's look at this 5 minute. 5 minutes still looking drastic. 15 minute just does look like it can break down at any point. So I'd love to see a transition. All right. Well, anyway, I'm about to sell on out. And I will be checking back in this, update you guys on this one when I get to the office. I mean, it may want to fall, but if not, you know, 15 shares, every dollar is 15 bucks. So I'm willing to take that. And, you know, 26.37, I could go ahead and throw out some orders out here too, just in case it pops while I'm on the road. So let's do that. So we got top side up here, 26.39. I will probably be selling half up there. 26.39. I look to sell half up there. Let me go ahead and throw those orders out. 26.39. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that'll be half out. And then further up to 28. I guess I'll hold the rest for that. 28.82. I lost my position. Okay, there's 26 and then 28 for the rest of it. $28.95, $28.90. You know what? I'm not gonna be greedy like that. It probably ain't even gonna get all the way up there. Let's just do 27. That'll be another $1, and I'll be okay with that. 27. Boop, boop. There was 7 shares on the first one, and then we'll do 7 here, and then we'll do 8 down here. So it comes back up there. Great. All right, so right now VLNC, you can see where it is. I got my orders out there, limit orders, and if they feel great. If not, I will see once I get to my office. All right, y'all. Well, I'll update you guys on these 15 shares. If it breaks up here, you know, I sold half of it automatically, and then if it breaks up to 27, I sold the other half. Anyway, appreciate you guys for tuning in. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Do y'all see this? Do y'all see this, yo? Are we serious here? Well, we made the target for sure. Up 40 something bucks on this 15 shares. That is insanity. Can't hold up 27. Okay. Well, that's interesting. All right, I'm going to have to I'm gonna go ahead and take before I leave, and I just take the 40 whatever bucks and get on down if it's not gonna hold. But wow, it's amazing blow up. Looking for this candle. All right, it just closed. Looking for it to hold up this 25.50 level. See if we can get any more push to the 80s. Hoi, oi, oi. So I'm going to end up selling the ask. It doesn't want to go up any higher. 28, so we definitely reached target. 28.20s. It's gonna have to push more than that, eh? So selling a little bit here. Like I said, I needed to sell a little bit. Mm. 10 left. 9 left. So we sold right at that level, 27, whatever. And then I have the rest in pocket. So I only got 9 shares. I hate for this thing to slam all the way back down, but I'm just gonna hold these 9 shares and go on my little road trip and see if it can continue to hold over this gap. If I come back and it's under 23s, I'm just gonna have to cut that because that's ridiculous. But yeah, I gotta get out of here. I wish I could stick around, but time to I didn't think it was gonna happen that quick, to be honest. But this top and tail wiki is telling me a story. Let's go to this 5-minute. Yeah, the top and tail wiki is definitely telling me a story. Very low volume. It should have go ahead and went. Go ahead and get out a little bit more on that weakness. Looking for it to speed up. Yeah, I don't like any of this. I end up just getting back in once I get back, I guess. 3 shares left. Yeah, I'll just get in on a dip when I get back. All right, anyway, getting out there. I'll come back and trade it, but I'm all out. I'm not gonna play with that. Anyway, that's it for today. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.